Am I live? At some point here, I'm going to be live. At some point, am I live now? Am I? Is it now? Now it's probably now. I'm probably live. Hey, good. It's me, Joey Olney. It's been a couple weeks. Yes, I'm just going to set the broadcast here. So you got to be patient with me because I'm a one-man show here at the moment. But I think most of the gang's coming tonight. So it's been nice. I was they did it without me, which is cool. I'm glad they did. So there was at least a TV episode, but no radio episode came out of that. So I'm just putting the art together right now, putting this all together, making sure that we have a show. So this is the hard part. Okay, well, this should show how much the weather sucks in Canada, and it does. It totally sucks. That's what you have to know about the weather in Canada and beyond. We got a bit of a warm spell going on this week, so we'll look at all that in a few minutes once I'm set to go here. Warm spell coming to Western Canada, and then after that, throughout the West, including the United States, there's going to be what you would call thunderstorm activity. Maybe less in British Columbia, but thunderstorm activity all the same. So I'm going to do the sharing here. I got to get this to all the right places. Hey, do you want to see me do this? Check this out. Check this out. So I'm working on some new things right now and seeing if I could make new progress in my use of technology. So here's Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers, the group that we run on Facebook. 17,000 people on it. So that's pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. And here's the part where I try to get some people to watch the show because nobody's going to watch my show if they don't. See it somewhere because I'm not that popular. This isn't a big time thing or anything. You know, I don't take myself all that seriously. That's why it's Comedeorology, comedy, meteorology, right? So your show about how much the weather sucks is live. There we go. Officially live stream. I'll tell the group, share it around. Share it to this, share it to that. Now we can start to look at. So here is all the weather warnings in Canada. It's too bad I actually had something pretty funny queued up here. The bear that I've been fighting in Wells. If you've been following me at all, last summer I came home at the end of summer. It was fall actually, and this bear was in town. And I proceeded to make some sort of a war against him, try to move him on. And eventually he did move on for the winter, as was going to happen one way or the other. However, he's back this spring, and I was gone fighting fire for the last few weeks. That's where I've been gone. I've been on a couple different fires. And the bear came back, and yada, yada, yada. So he's been hiding in Bam's truck right now. Warm day here in Wells at 3,935 feet above sea level at my place, 21 degrees, so very warm, which begs the question, actually, we'll have to go to 2D here and check this out, begs the question, they've changed this around a little bit, and I'm not, okay, no, here it is. Reported temperatures, anybody in BC hitting 30? Lots of 29s, Lillooet 29, down the Fraser Canyon 29, Salmon Arms, some 27s. There was a 29 up Hamathco Inlet there. So I've not seen any 30s today. Not seen any 30s personally. Doesn't mean that it hasn't happened. It's a little late now. Last time I checked was 4 o'clock. Wait, what's this one? That's on the border? That's on the American side. At Hozameen, 30 Celsius. So not far off. I'm willing to bet that an hour ago when I wasn't looking, one of these places hit 30. So probably our first 30-degree day in Canada happened. So that it's earlier than I expected, I guess is the way to say it. That I thought maybe tomorrow or maybe Saturday, but no. Okay, we're gonna go back and look at that. So here's all the weather warnings that are happening in Canada right now. And I'm curious if this is working, what I'm doing, because um, I'm trying a new OBS studio and whatnot right now, trying to see if it works. So I'm just checking. So look at that. Okay, so that seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Seems like you are able to see me there. So right on, right on. So here's all the weather warnings in Canada right now. All of them. None. Ta-da! Let's have a weather show about no weather. The weather. Let's explain what's happening here. This nice loop from the University of Carolina. So here's our ridge of high pressure. Bam! Some nice warm temperatures getting all into Western Canada. And pretty warm. Well, look at how warm down there it will be. But then we have a bit of a return of the jet stream smacking straight into British Columbia next week, right? So, enjoy this while we have it. I think the result's going to be a lot of thunderstorm activity throughout the prairies, down in the United States here, along this boundary. A little bit of thunderstorm activity in BC on Monday, maybe. I'll have a look at that in a minute. We'll find out. So, still not seeing anybody from the panel. So I just want to make sure that everything is going good. I'm just concerned that the new technology, the OBS studio that I'm using, which is running through to Zoom, is making it so. Let me know if there's problems getting in, anyone. Okay, so we'll go back. So here's the kind of the cool thing about OBS Studio is I can do stuff that's kind of cool-ish. Right, so hey, we're back to this. So ridge of high pressure, and in comes the nastiness. Monday, Tuesday, and it will lead to an outbreak of thunderstorms in the prairies, down south, in through Idaho. We'll have a look, yo. Here we are in pivotal weather. I'm not going to use the North American one because this gives us most of what we need to see for Canada anyways. We can switch to the North American one in a minute. So here's the high pressure, warm weather all across the West. So the West is really benefiting from this warmth. And as we look Saturday, BC getting lots of warmth. Into Sunday, we see a little bit of disturbances, a little bit of rain and whatnot there Sunday possible on this model, on this GFS. So we'll see. Monday is when we're expecting it to sort of show up. And here's where you'll see sort of the outbreak of thunderstorms. Look at that. Looks like a bit of snow possible in Saskatchewan and Manitoba. So cold air reaching down. Yeah, look at that. These blue lines are below zero. Some cold air reaching down on Wednesday. And that should give enough clash there, you'd think, to make some pretty aggressive thunderstorms, I would suspect. And, look at these guys showing up in here, moving through into towards Iowa, Illinois, direction here into Nebraska, Colorado. Snow possible in the mountains. So we're seeing some weird things here that, check every couple of days and maybe it'll look completely different. Let's go back for a second and we'll go. Here's Hauk. Good. So we know that's working. Go back. We'll look at the whole picture there. See if Hauk notices the new thing I'm doing here. The new thing. You like my new thing?
Oh, are you live on the YouTube?
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
See my new thing?
You can.
Extreme close up!
Oh, my goodness. It's a rave.
No, definitely not. Not with me, no. Definitely not a rave.
Not a rave, hey.
So I wanted to make sure that this was working fine. So this is nice.
Oh yes.
And there's you. Good. So cool. This is working fine. So I can share now through Zoom. I can share through OBS Studio. I'm trying to learn how to do more with the technology we have, Brandon.
Oh yeah.
How was the last week been? How are you? You've had,
Oh,
how was the shows without me?
well, shows have gone really well. Really well, actually. Last couple of weeks, we did the Game of Pain the first week there. That was fun. And then last week we pretty much chatted for the whole thing, so it was good. Good stuff.
Sort of a structureless babbling.
It's kind of watered down. I like to call it watered down version.
Look at all this. Look at this ridge of high pressure. Look at how warm that's
Oh
going to
yeah.
be, Brandon. Very
Very
warm. So
nice.
I
So
think
today, actually, I was just outside having dinner, listening to the frogs. Just they're loving it out there because we had all that rain this week. Oh yeah, there it is.
that's my favorite.
Having a blast.
The
Oh yeah.
frogs.
Yeah. There's probably hundreds of them just going at it. Well,
Look at this on Monday.
more so.
On Monday, we got some
Yes.
disturbances coming through BC, and that's
Yep.
going to sort of make its way into Alberta.
Oh yeah.
And the cold is reaching down the backside of this low. It's sloping down. So I think we're going to have some pretty good thunderstorm activity next week in the prairies.
Yes.
You can see some snow possible in northern Saskatchewan at that time, and
Oh yeah.
probably down here. And so that's kind of what I'm looking forward to is maybe a thunderstorm day on Monday in BC. I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Monday. It looks like for us in Alberta, we have chances Saturday, Sunday, Monday, maybe Tuesday. So we got a couple open windows for some isolated storms to pop up. We'll have to watch Sunday and Monday. Those storms might get a little strong. Might get a little strong. We'll keep an eye on those ones.
Well, let's have a
Looking pretty
look.
good. Looking pretty
Let's have
good.
a look.
And across, yeah, pretty much all the prairie provinces could see some thunder. Thunder and the lightning. After all the rain we had this week, it was very nice to see that rain. My goodness. Best rain we've had in years, I have to say.
So here we go on Saturday. As you speak, we got that low almost up into Hudson Bay there.
Oh, yeah.
So that looks pretty nice
Yep.
for Saskatchewan and in Manitoba. And then maybe overnight,
Yep.
some
Right along the
rains.
foothills. Some foothills magic, we like to call it.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Overnight.
Yep.
Cold air, I guess cooler air coming down from the back of the low. So making a little bit of a collision with the warm temperature that we expect to be seeing there. I think we may have had our first 30-degree day in BC already today.
Yes, I think what was that I retweeted earlier?
And that looks good
Yeah,
on
so
Sunday
who
for you
got
guys.
30 today? Where is it? Oh yeah. Lytton and Squamish, Hope, Lillooet all got to 30 today.
So I just checked here not very long ago, and we seen a bunch of 29s. So at this hour, I figured, well, an hour ago, I checked at 4:30, saw a bunch of 28s, and now I'm seeing 29s at 6:30. So I'm guessing that things cooled off there. That we had probably some
Yeah,
30s.
things have cooled off. There's little. Oh yeah, there's those little storms going across the prairies. Look at those.
It could
Oh
be
yeah.
some magic in some of those.
Yep. Definitely. I'd say definitely hail potential. Maybe some strong wind gusts at least. You keep an eye on those. Yes. Oh yeah. We go into next week. Especially those ones in Saskatchewan. Those look like fun.
Yeah, well, here we go. So you seem to have quite a bit of thunderstorm activity to be expected through the prairies. So that's very
Oh yeah.
exciting for you. On this model, it really didn't show much for BC at that time. So things, I can't seem
They're
to go
all
to
coming to my
GPS.
place. That's where the storm. They just want to come over here for
This is where I was
beer.
expecting to see some of that activity on Monday was that Kamloops to Revelstoke area.
Oh yeah. I might get the odd bolt here or there, but we'll see. But some showers are nice too. But
Yeah, not looking promising, maybe. But yeah, this changes every 2 hours when you look
oh
at it,
yeah,
right? So
it does. But
uh,
yeah, the
it's changed to very little. Whereas a couple hours ago, it showed more in BC. So
yeah.
and then a day ago we had models showing lightning in Wells here, and now it shows today nothing like that. So something's gonna happen on Monday.
Something.
Something's gonna
Either in
happen.
BC or in Alberta. One of those two.
650,
Probably I'd say Alberta. It's a pretty good chance.
651 already. Boom.
651.
Okay, well there you go. So that's some of the things I can do now. I hope you like it.
Oh yes.
At least for the pre-show, that's pretty handy, and maybe even for when we set up Frankie, right? So
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes, and I get to talk about
you were
all the things I've done this last
who's child of the king?
week. There's a lot. What?
Someone named
Oh,
Child of the King wants to come in the waiting in the show.
hell with the game. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know. That scares me. I don't want that kind of problem. I had those problems before.
Oh yeah.
So absolutely no weather warnings in Canada right now. That's great. That's great. When you got to go to McDonald's and you were what were you doing yesterday? That was some bizarre looking stuff. You were
Well, it was the McHappy Day, so it's I think our McDonald's, I got the numbers here. We raised how much for Ronald McDonald House. So yeah, families who can't afford to, stay in a hotel or anything like that when they have medical problems or anything like that. So then there's Ronald McDonald House, and the money that we raised at all the McDonald's locations across Canada goes to helping families out with Ronald McDonald House. So it's a pretty good thing that they're doing all across Canada. And our store location in Brooks raised $46,928 $97 yesterday, just
yeah,
for all the Happy Meals and stuff
that's
and
pretty good.
Big Macs. So yeah, it
That's
is really good. So
I'm just queuing up some
Hi,
Frankie.
hi guys. I just joined.
Hey, Mike.
I'm all sweaty. I just got back from a bike ride, so don't mind me.
Okay,
all
well,
right.
let's see your face on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just setting up Frankie videos.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, that
So we're ready to go with that.
yesterday was we
Is
got to the
oh yeah.
McDonald's. And we put
If you guys don't start at not until 9, I might just wait till 9 to come back because I gotta grab something quick,
Oh, okay.
and I might have a bit more energy too. So
Sounds good.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah. So yeah, Ronald McDonald House yesterday, and then
by the way, I really appreciate what you're doing, Brandon. Makes a huge difference in the world. Need more people like you.
thanks. All right. Yeah, I was talking about what I was doing yesterday. So yeah, I got McDonald's yesterday, and they put me on the front counter. That was fun. So I got to call out people's orders. Order number 27. Or yeah. So I did that for a little bit. And then the
What was order
one
27?
somebody just got a poutine. So that was number 27. So yeah, you read
Good
all the
memory.
orders and stuff, and yeah. And then they moved me to the drive-throughs. There's the one woman over there. she was a little cold because you had the strong north wind blowing through the window into the restaurant there, and you have a strong north wind, and it's a cold wind. So she was cold. She said, "It is freezing over here." So I was like, "Okay, I'll take over the drive-through." So I took over the drive-through, and I surprised a pile of people. Oh my gosh! I can't believe I get to meet this guy for the very first time. Oh my goodness! So yeah, so and then the one guy who didn't have a clue what was going on with McHappy Days, and he thought I worked there for reals, but I don't. So one guy's like, "So what's going on today?" As he's driving through, because they got people at the front of the drive-through, and they got balloons all around the restaurant and stuff. And so dude comes up, drives up, and he's like, "What's going on today? What's the big deal?" And I tell him it's McHappy Days and stuff. And then the guy doesn't, still probably thinks I still work there. So then he says, "Oh, that's kind of cool. You've been working here for a very long time, hey?" No, I'm just a celebrity here. And he just burst out laughing. And then I burst out laughing. And we didn't, poor people behind us sitting there waiting for us to finish laughing at each other over this over this ridiculous thing. But yeah. Then we did the cheeseburger eating competition. I lost that. Good idea.
Who were you up against? Like a
It's a couple of
child or
Brooks
a big
Bandits.
man?
2 Brooks Bandits who kicked my butt.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, it's like, so big man childs,
Yeah.
big
And
man
then,
boys.
Then after we had to try to eat 5 cheeseburgers in 3 minutes. We only had 3 minutes to eat 5, and I only got to 3. Halfway through 3.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't have very good teeth. You know,
Oh yeah.
takes me a long time to eat.
Yeah, it takes me a while.
You know, I'm slow
took my
about it.
time. Everybody felt like crap afterwards, and I felt fine. So I probably should have won that because then they all decided, let's go outside and play some street hockey after eating. So we all gone out, and I had an apron on and a cape on, and I was playing street hockey.
Well, this is bad news because I'm always telling others, you know, when I'm firefighting with them, is we work like athletes. We have to eat like athletes too. I'm telling them this, right? And
Oh yeah.
so here you are telling me the athletes are eating 3 cheeseburgers in less than 5 minutes. And thank goodness none of my firefighters watch this show.
That's right. Yes. And then afterwards, they go out and play street hockey in the McDonald's parking lot.
Absolutely. Yeah. A crazy couple weeks for me, obviously.
Oh yeah.
But I'm back.
Back. Yes.
Yeah, well, it's like it starts with like,
watered down version.
you know, the phone rings. I just got finished literally sending the show off, and I had like a little bit of time to spare. I was like, then the phone rings.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, boss. Oh, standby in Williams Lake. Sure. 5-day standby. Yeah. Well, it's April 20th. Nothing crazy is going to happen.
Then little did you know.
Yeah. We didn't have any standby.
Out the door.
There was none. No standby whatsoever. It was big fire broke out. But it was very windy, very dry. And there's Frankie. It was very windy. It was very dry. So, you know, anything would.
That means avoidable climate change. The forest fire is going to get worse in British Columbia.
I think so, Frankie. You know,
What's
maybe
happening
not
with the climate change?
may not be worse all at once, maybe not every year, but I think over the long run, yeah, you can expect things to get worse.
In the year 2020, you'll quit your band before the whole world went into lockdown.
Yeah, it was 2019. I already really stopped playing. 2018. But if I'm honest, I wasn't really working in music since 2017. You know, I had some runs of shows and whatnot, but like up to that point, I was working in music. So if you're ready, Frankie.
Yes, I'm
I
ready.
don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get anybody else in the panel tonight besides maybe Michael, but
Where is Imogen?
I don't know. We'll see if she shows up. Everyone's like, Joey's back. Let's not show up because he doesn't need us and we don't like him. Okay, record to the cloud. Let's go. Is it working?
Oh.
I don't know. I'm suddenly having.
We can hear you.
There we go.
Now it started. Okay. Good afternoon, Prince George. We're back. I'm back. Well, the show kind of continued without me, but we didn't have a radio broadcast to give you because I'm the one who makes that happen. So, the Comedeorological Report. We're here. We're here. Okay, I'm here. Joey only. Right here in Wells, British Columbia, 3,935 feet above sea level, where I'm fighting bears, fighting fires, and it was 21 degrees Celsius when I checked the thermometer outside today. Very warm day for us, and I think somewhere in British Columbia already hit 30. Nice, nice, nice. Comedy plus meteorology, Comedeorology. It's your show about how much the weather sucks in Canada and beyond. And I've been gone for a couple weeks fighting fire. I was just talking to Brandon saying, well, you know, the boss said, called me up and he said, well, we got a 5-day standby on Williams Lake. You know, we're just putting the crew down of all the crew bosses. You want to? Sure, I'm there. 5-day standby. What could happen? It was only April 20th after all, and then it got very windy. We did go to a fire that was pretty much dead, and we're mopping it up and getting windy, very dry. Humidity down around 20%. Super windy, gusts of wind, and then bam. As we're coming back from that fire, we're outside the other side of Alkali. We look out, we can see this column of smoke, and I'm like, it's April. What the heck is going on here? This is crazy. Burgess Creek wildfire broke out, and we spent the next 13 days putting 12-hour days in at that fire. And I think more or less, the status right now is being held, and it's probably realistically under control, but I don't think they don't want to release from being held to under control until a certain number of hotspots and all that kind of stuff is out. But the fire, a big response came. A lot of people came, 120 personnel, 18 equipment, and that fire is defeated more or less. So that's where I was.
Ooh, that sounds like good news.
So let's get on with the show. You're listening to us on C4 88.7 FM, CKUW 95.9 FM, CFBX in Kamloops 92.5 FM, and Rogers Television, Vancouver Island. And live streaming on Joey Only, Caribou Weather Dude YouTube channel, where you can see all past episodes of the show and finale. So we are here, of course, with the star of the show, Frankie McDonald. He's out there in Sydney, Nova Scotia, sitting in his home. We will talk to Frankie in about 30 seconds' time. We've also got Brandon Hauk, the radio weatherman out of Brooks, Alberta, who hosts the show, and I'm not able to. He's the co-host. We're all hosts around here, I guess. And then Michael McGregor from Weather Center in Manitoba is also with us, and I'm sure more people may show up throughout the broadcast. You never know. But who matters the most? It's you, Frankie. What happened? You turned 45. You turned 40 years old while I was gone, and I'm sorry that I missed your birthday. But I got you. Did you see the rainbow I got you, Frankie, in the thunderstorm?
Yes.
That was pretty good, eh? So Frankie McDonald, how you doing so far, buddy?
I'm doing great. So we're weather all across North America. And the weather all across North America, lots of rain going on in the southeastern United States. And there's another big storm heading for, and heavy downpours heading for Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Georgia, and northern Florida. It includes South Carolina and Tennessee and Kentucky. A lot of rain heading for southeastern United States early in the week. Then it got some rain in Sydney, Nova Scotia as of right now. Then it got more showers heading for Toronto, cold air. Then it got some really hot air in British Columbia and Alberta. And lots of thunderstorms up in Edmonton, those places. And lots of thunderstorms in central Alberta. Then it got some really hot air in British Columbia next week. As well, they got really hot air in for Vancouver, BC, and Victoria, British Columbia. And Nanaimo, and Parksville, Quebec Beach, Courtenay, Comox, and all those places. It's going to be really hot next week in Vancouver Island. That's going to cause more fires in British Columbia. And there's lots of severe weather developing in Oklahoma and Texas and things like this. Lots of severe weather going and heavy downpours all across southeastern United States this week. And there's a lot of weather going on. Even New York City's getting a lot of rain next week as well. And the weather all across South America. A lot of rain going on in Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Bolivia, Peru. In northern right now, in northern Chile is really, really, really dry right now. This Tuesday past Santiago, Chile had a lot of rain. And I got the video subtitles in Spanish as well.
What else, Frankie McDonald?
And they got some really dry air in Rio de Janeiro. Right now, they got some in northern Argentina and as far as southern Brazil. There's a lot of rain coming off the coast of southern Brazil right now. Weather all across Europe. Lots of rain and thunderstorms going on in England right now. And the hot air, warmer air in England, France, Spain, Portugal with thunderstorms in Germany. Then it got some bad weather all across England next week, and it's going to bring windy and rainy conditions up across England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, France, Germany. And it's going to bring lots of warm air in Norway, Finland, Sweden, and Belarus, and those places. Lots of thunderstorms in the forecast. And there's lots of showers going on in Turkey right now in thunderstorms as well. And did you hear about this? Then the high pressure system moving off the coast of Japan. Then got some heavy rain heading for Tokyo, Japan next week.
I didn't hear that.
In Tokyo and Kyoto and Osaka and those places, they got dry air come behind the rain as well. And then there's a lots of rain showers going on in Mongolia right now. Mongolia is getting really, really hot right now. Siberia is starting to get really hot and cold air fighting each other. Siberia is going to be really hot next month. Lots of thunderstorms and rain going on in Hong Kong and Taiwan right now to head towards Taiwan. Lots of thunderstorms and rain going on in Indonesia, Philippines, Cambodia, Colombia, Cambodia, and all those places to Thailand. Bangkok, Thailand will be the rainy season. And India, lots of it's extremely hot weather in India right now. It's their summer. There'll be the monsoon season starting next month in July. It's extremely hot and some thunderstorms in the forecast in India right now. Lots of rain going on in Sri Lanka and up around places like the Middle East. Lots of rain going on in Saudi Arabia, southwestern Saudi Arabia right now. And it's thunderstorms in the forecast there right now. Egypt is really, really, really dry. So is Libya. Caused a lot of sandstorms right now in southern Africa. Lots of rain and thunderstorms going on in Congo, the parts of Congo, parts of Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda, Kenya. Mozambique is getting a little bit of showers during the dry season now. So Mozambique and Madagascar, Botswana, Angola, Namibia, South Africa, they're really dry right now. It's really hot in South Africa right now. In Southwest Pacific, in Australia, lots of showers of rain in the forecast, including lots of cold air and warm air fighting each other. New Zealand, their winter starts on June 20th. And I got a message from Mike Post, one guy down in Antarctica. And I got a message from Mike Post, one of the scientists down in Antarctica.
What did he say, Frankie?
With it, and Mike Post said so.
What did Mike post?
The sunlight should officially be gone by May 12th, just days away. That's what Mike Post told me that.
Full winter going on down there pretty soon, eh? Yeah. Antarctic winter. I heard it's very cold down there in Antarctica.
And there'll be really, really, really cold weather down in Antarctica. Then up in the Arctic will be 24-hour daylight. Brandon, when it's the last sunrise up above the Arctic Circle, sometime in the end of May, there'll be 24-hour daylight up in the Arctic.
What about the Ruang volcano, Frankie?
To erupt into things like this.
It's had many very big eruptions, hasn't it? Some may be as high as a very explosive, 5 on the very explosive index, some of them. So
Spanish subtitles are going to be on one of my weather reports for my Chile forecast on your show. You have to turn on the captions to Spanish subtitles.
Spanish subtitles. Which video is this, Frankie?
It's like heavy rain to hit Santiago, Chile on
Oh,
May 7th.
okay. I'll find that
2024.
one. I'll find that
You
one
can
because I
turn
got
on the
videos.
Spanish subtitles.
I got your Frankie. I got all your videos lined up, but I didn't have that one because it had already happened. But
already
give me a
happened.
second. Here we go. I found it. So I've added it to the list. I've added to the list for when we're ready.
You could set up the Spanish subtitles for that forecast.
Okay. So yeah, Frankie, I've been gone fighting fire. Sorry I've been gone. I'm sorry I missed your birthday, man. But I got you a rainbow. I hope you liked it. And maybe I'll find that video in a little bit and add that to the playlist as well.
What kind of rainbow did you get?
It was an extreme rainbow.
Over the mountains, over the hills, and all the valleys there.
Extreme rainbow. Because like when I go
Nice.
for an extreme rainbow intercept, it's like even Reed Timmer would be terrified.
One of those where you can get pot of the gold, I guess.
Yeah, well, the leprechauns are evil little buggers, so you want to be careful. So that's Mike McGregor there, if you're just joining us on the radio. Mike McGregor, Frankie McDonald just talking about everything going on. And of course, I'm Joey Only, and Brandon Houck is here as well. So, we got a show.
And did you hear about that guy, Mike Post? He's a scientist in Antarctica.
And Mike Post says on the 12th of May, everything's going to change. It's going to be dark forever for at least 3 or 4 months. So
I can't imagine what that would be like to live for, every day, go to sleep dark, wake up dark. I can't imagine what that would do in the mental health.
it's like the physical embodiment of depression, except in nature. In nature. So I got Frankie's videos queued up, but before we get to them, we might as well take a bounce over to you, Brandon Houck, and talk about everything. I mean, I missed all kinds of stuff. I missed all kinds of stuff, right?
Everything. All
There's been tornadoes. There's
kinds
been
of stuff. So what would you like?
there's been rain on things. Things have had rain on them. I missed all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff, man.
Oh man. So much stuff. So much stuff. Now
Tornadoes
what?
getting rain on the tornado, wrapped.
Rain wrapping around the tornado,
All the people, Comedeorology weather report. I just sent you Mike Post Instagram profile.
Excellent. So
Is
everybody
that
out
in
there,
the
you
chats,
can
Frankie?
follow Mike Post on Instagram and see what he
All right.
posts.
See what he posts. I can't wait to see his posts, especially the ones that go viral. This
Posting
viral posts.
around. So I missed rain on tornadoes and you had burger eating competitions and you weren't even that good at it, but you gave
No.
it your best. And you better go on for a little bit here, Brandon. What do you got for us? And Imogen,
So what would you like-
Bailey is showing up. So we do have Imogen.
All right. So what would you like to hear first? Would you like to hear my boring personal story about what I've been doing and what I'm going to be doing for the next few days? Or
Images just showed up.
would you like to
I would like to hear you say,
Well,
"Hi, Imogen."
oh, hi, Imogen. Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Hey,
That
Imogen,
one.
I'd like to introduce the guy in Antarctica, Mike Post.
Oh, Mike Post is still around, is he? Well, that's good.
He's down in Antarctica right now. It's going to have 24-hour darkness around May 12th.
And that's when the
Right.
thing is most likely to come out, so
The
careful down
vampire
there.
dream. Dear Lord. So does he get to play cards with penguins? Is he playing
What?
Jenga with penguins? Jenguins?
He steals their soda pop.
I guess if they're hooked on soda, sure. That's great.
It is awesome.
I mean, it's a good way to pass the time, robbing penguins of their cola. Sure.
So if you're just tuning in, we're in the Brandon Houck Report, and I haven't actually said the words The Brandon Houck Report. So
No,
that's
wait.
why it hasn't actually started yet, you know.
You have not.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. So we'll talk about my boring personal life for last week and what I'm going to be doing next, because I have some other things that are planned for the next couple of days ahead. But for the last week, on Saturday, I actually hosted the Pump It Up Run. That's right. So I right in Dinosaur Provincial Park. So one of the coolest places you can go for a run. There are people, and I was a host, and I was the host with the most, standing out there in the nice weather when temperatures are pretty close to 20 degrees by the afternoon, blasting the music. Everybody had a good time down at the dinosaur park there. So I got to host that. That was a lot of fun. So that's
Everybody
what I
had a
did
good time.
last Saturday. Now, they did.
Not
Yes,
even
especially
one person.
my voice carried
didn't
through the
have a good
coolies. It
time.
was like, it's just one person. Just one person. I wonder who that one person could be. Anyways, now this week the weather has been wild. It has been very, very wild. But I'll talk about that after I talk about what happened yesterday, because yesterday I chilled out at McDonald's all day, and I was in the play place, and I had a blast. Well, I was in the play place, sort of. I snuck out of a little playhouse. The manager at McDonald's told me to go into this little playhouse here, okay? And he said, you know what? It would be so cool if you go in this little playhouse. And you know what? I went through into that little playhouse there. I creeped out of that door, and I went, hey, everybody. And well, you know it. He said it was very, very creepy. But I didn't just do that. I was also in charge of the drive-thru. And I made people laugh at the drive-thru for some reason. Probably because I said I'm a celebrity and they didn't believe me. But anyways, it's just the way it goes.
We don't believe you.
Did you actually introduce yourself that way? Please tell me
Yeah, I
that you
did.
said, "Hi, do you know who I am?"
I sure did. I sure did. And
Awesome.
well,
Or like
especially
as I
people
used
who
to
had-
say, don't you know who I am?
Don't you know who I think I am?
That's right.
Don't
And
you know
they
who that
just
guy is?
burst out laughing. Like the guy had a laughing fit, and he's probably still laughing to this day after I told him that. So that's how I run the drive-through. And then I got kicked out of the drive-through eventually.
That's awesome,
because I was playing at the
Brandon.
window. And the wind was blowing right from the north through the window, and I had a cape on, and that was awesome because the cape flew up into the air as I opened the window, and I felt like I was flying through the air. It was like the best time ever. Then they said, "Okay, you're done for the day. You
Yeah,
can
because
go
your
and
cape was
go."
like getting into people's food. They're like trying to cook, and your cape's like touching the
Yep.
burgers.
Yeah, flopping
I
in
worked
there,
at
flopping
McDonald's.
in the,
I worked at
in the
McDonald's
restaurant.
once before, Brandon, and trust me, sounds like it must have been interesting with the cape, all those deep
It-
fryers, grills, and all the chicken bats.
That's right. It did not catch fire, but
Whereas
what did
I
catch
ate at
fire
McDonald's once.
once. One time. And by the way, I if you want, I can send these coupons over, free Big Mac. But we
Okay,
can't
I'll
put that on
go
the
a
show.
second time if you give me those.
There you go.
Give as many
Free.
to Joey. He's gonna need them for firefighting.
There you
Send it to
go.
Joey
There you
only,
go.
Wells, BC.
So then after I got kicked out of the drive-through, I was in a cheeseburger eating competition. And I was with some Brooks Bandits as they came in, and we all sat there, and we had 3 minutes to eat 5 burgers.
Imogen, are we allowed to talk about eating hamburgers on the show?
Yeah.
3
McDonald's
minutes
burgers in particular?
5.
And a guy tried to eat 50 hot dogs at once, pretend to eat 50 hot dogs. That was my only idea. May 21st, 2012.
Well, those were no name brand hot dogs.
We
There was
should have
no
done that instead.
I never
There was
never
no
mentioned about any
copyright
brands,
problem.
so I just said
they were
hot dogs
Frankie
back on
brand.
May 21st, 2012.
They were Frankie's were Frankie brand. They're the brand of Frankie Mac, which is a very specific brand.
And
I
when a
love
guy
that
tries to
brand.
eat 50 tacos once and guy into the rain tacos, I never, ever, 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 ever mentioned any brands at all.
That's
No,
right.
you do not.
However, Brandon's awesome personal life is community events. So as community events, yeah, that's, I don't think anyone's saying go eat that. We're all
That's
pretty
right.
disgusted by it.
Well, I'm
They're
saying
all
that.
community
Don't
events.
don't eat that, kids.
Don't eat
But
that.
Brandon tried.
I did. And
Brandon had a
I
valiant
made it
effort.
through halfway to the third burger before they said, okay, time's up. And well, the Brooks Bandit beside me won. Logan Sawyer. My goodness, that guy ate 5 burgers in 3 minutes. Dude.
Ugh.
Oh my
Have
goodness.
you guys ever seen the movie? I think it's Beethoven the second or third one, where the guy eats like 100 hamburgers at a contest.
I have
And
not seen it.
yeah, you have to see that.
I have to see
I
it.
cannot believe you could have ate at least 15 of those, but
I thought about watching that one once, but then I decided to watch Rambo for the 30th time in a row.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on.
I
I'm
couldn't
gonna,
eat 3.
I'm gonna vote up Rambo here. Okay, follow-up question to Brandon's burger race here. How is the Bandit doing today after eating a handful of these abominations of food?
Well, apparently
Oh.
he's never going to make the NHL now. The scouts found out about this.
I wish I was on that bus ride right now going up to Sherwood Park for tomorrow's game. So
Now, to be fair, it's not a
Oh,
it
that,
is not
that would be
it is not an athletic enhancing burger. So he might be okay to play if he's alive.
So here's my impression of the Brooks Bandits
Yes.
bus going to the Sherwood game.
Wow. But the cool thing was after we did ate all those burgers, we all like 2 minutes after the competition, we all ran outside and we grabbed hockey sticks and we played street hockey in the McDonald's parking lot for an hour.
So what you're saying is that there was a silver lining to this onslaught of a day, this gauntlet of turmoil that you went through. There was a silver lining in terms
There
of
was.
hockey.
And the cool thing was I still had my apron on from in the kitchen there and my cape on. So I had an apron and a cape and I was outside playing hockey and I scored a goal, which was awesome. I scored on the Brook
Truly super heroic.
Very
Bandits.
good
So,
work, Brandon.
ha!
Very good work.
Superheroed it. That's right. And then
Yeah,
tomorrow
you
I'm gonna be
did.
and then I got
Do you have
I
a
get to
video
talk
of
to
it
school
posted
tomorrow,
somewhere?
and then we got a video of me eating the burger. Yes.
and you playing football,
Oh, not football. No. Hockey.
soccer.
We should not play football in a parking lot at with
Or
on
just in
pavement.
general.
Bad
It's-
idea.
It's a really boring game. It's
And hockey isn't. How do you
hockey's
draw a
awesome.
distinction?
Football,
How do you draw a distinction how one is exciting and one is
they
not?
spend 2 minutes like talking about it, and then they like go for it, and they like get 6 centimeters. You're like, yeah, we got 6
Oh.
centimeters. It's like, come
Football
on.
has so much more violence.
These hockey, they're skating around, just freaking mashing people.
Football's all about the violence. There's so much more to it. There's so much more ground to cover. There's so much more potential to just pummel someone. It's a delightful thing. A full body you launch yourself like a torpedo into another guy.
That's
I
awesome.
don't understand
Yeah.
scoring and points in any of it, but
I've always tried to not launch myself like a torpedo into another guy. Brandon, so talk to us about the weather.
All right. So the weather. That's the other crazy thing this past week. If it wasn't just because last week, if you've recalled from our last episode there, we had snow, we had everything going on, and I spilled out for like 10 minutes last time. And this week we had another big storm, and it was a very beneficial rainfall for our area. My goodness. Like many of us got Medicine Hat area, got at least 50 plus, actually 80 millimeters of rain. The Brooks area as well. We had 40 to 60 millimeters of rain, biggest rain we've seen in years. Absolutely incredible for our area. Yeah, no doubt. The other story was the winds gusting over 100 kilometers an hour. So we had trucks getting blown off the road. We had trees coming down. We had siding blowing off people's houses. It was a wild time on Tuesday with that storm that blew through the area with the wind and the rain and the significant amount of rain that we had. And then as we get into today, it's actually lovely out today. Sunshine, giggles. I was out actually dinner outside for the first time this year, and I was listening to the frogs, just having a blast. And now we have a nice warm up for the weekend. Temperatures up to low to mid to upper 20s, and we have a chance of thunderstorms this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Chance of thunderstorms across the prairie. So we're going to ramp up that thunderstorm potential pretty good, especially through the weekend and carrying on to next week. And then finally, my best story of the week, my favorite story of the week. It is we're going to China. We're a zoo here. They had a panda exhibit. That's right. So they're in a little bit of heat for this panda exhibit because they decided that instead of using pandas to try to fool the tourists, they decided to use some dogs instead and dye their hair black and white so that they say that they're pandas. So that was my.
No one will notice.
I heard
No one will
about the
notice.
news. I was
You know,
like,
dogs.
legit. How could I was looking at them and I'm like, they look exactly like pandas, but they still look like dogs. I'm like, are these dog pandas? Did they? I don't.
They're actual dogs. There you go. So you can throw a treat. See if they're real pandas or not.
It's just
Here.
mind-boggling that a zoo would do that kind of thing.
I thought it was funny.
It's brilliant for advertising to have these little tiny pandas, dog-sized pandas, minis, like koala pandas.
Koala pandas.
Imogen Cookie Bailey down there in Victoria, British Columbia. What did I miss the last 2 weeks while I was gone?
On the
Nothing
island,
at
not
all.
much. Yeah, just more blue sky, blue sea, lots of trees and beach and tropical boredom. That's what's going on here. I'm still just doing lots of stuff for the upcoming art farm party, and then spend a lot of time outside. So yeah, hiking around, looking at more beach, sunny day after sunny day. It's a lot of that.
Sounds terrible.
Oh yeah. It gets boring. I want some thunderstorms. I want some sharknadoes and frog rain and just random volcanic eruptions, or maybe a highway could be broken when there splits open in some massive earthquake or something, just once.
Well, yeah, because people in Vancouver can't escape from major earthquakes forever, right, Frankie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So would you like any snow?
Yes, I would love.
I'll try and send you some, Imogen. We get lots of snow in Manitoba. Maybe it's heading your way soon.
Let's hope. There's always the promise of it, but nothing ever comes of it. Y'all telling me it's coming out here? You're lying. We don't really get snow. Send a few inches this way. Just, a couple, just a little.
What about terrorism?
Depends on the nature of it.
You get that? Sorry.
Something catastrophic, anything catastrophic, one singular catastrophic event. Something. One terrorist bombing. I mean, it would
Maybe just a little bombing, just
right. It would shake things up a little for at least an hour. And I mean, tropical paradise is great and all, but it gets so boring. But really, what I want is like a massive tornado to just go like ripping through a corn maze and leave a corn maze, like a big cornfield, turns into a maze because of a well choreographed tornado that just happens to spit out a few sharks along the way.
So what you want then is corn as well down there, because there's really no corn, Victoria.
Corn.
There may be some corn kind of in Manitoba, that not really though. But they grow stuff in Manitoba
We
though.
do get corn growing here, canola. I had canola fields all up the. It feels like hillbillies grow up cornfields too.
Canola is not corn though. They're two different things. Mike McGregor, what's been going
Someone
on?
educate me a little bit.
What's been going on in Manitoba? What's the weather happening?
Well, it's actually deadly quiet the last couple weeks. We haven't had any major storms. Missed that last one that Alberta got. And I was thinking, can we at least get a little thunderstorm out of this? Because it's been calm, quiet. Last few days has been absolutely gorgeous. Today it got to about 22 degrees. Trees are starting to bloom. We got grass blooming. I was actually out for a walk this evening, and you start to smell a little bit more of that spring fresh air. Normally we get thunderstorms around this time of year, but we haven't seen any thunderstorms yet, and I think we got a chance for them on Saturday. I think if you're looking for a lot more action, Winnipeg, you're gonna get something every day. Like apparently the other night there was about 15 cop cars that went down our street chasing a guy on a high speed chase or something. So if you're looking for action, Winnipeg's got that.
Yeah, you're just in the wrong place, Imogen. And for people's reference, if you're hearing the show and you're hearing us say storms on Saturday, you're probably hearing us on the radio on CKUW on Monday. That would be the Saturday 2 days ago, just passed. So this is the 9th of May that we're recording the show right now, Thursday the 9th. Continue, Michael.
And those of you who are wondering, our crops don't actually start maturing until about June, July, or August. By August, all our crops are matured, so we won't be getting those really significant severe weather events until July. I do see some increasing levels of CAPE the next couple of weeks. Our high temperature on Saturday is 27. And then after Saturday, our high temperatures start going down in the teens again. Overnight low is probably a bit colder, about 10 or 11 degrees. I'm also looking forward to the heat wave that's supposed to come this weekend. Might even get some shorts on. I'm hopeful though that we get more rain though, because Brandon, he got a lot more than we did, and we're still quite dry out here. Our river levels are actually lower than the soil moisture, so it's kind of a flip-flop year for us. Although I hope with the waiting El Nino, the weather pattern will favor more rain for us. I'm a bit nervous, but honestly, I'm more educated this week on the weather pattern. So I do see a lot more troughing over the western coast towards the end of May. And maybe I should one day head out there and meet Brandon, and you could do flip burgers together. I'd be okay with that, Brandon.
Oh, yes. I'll have one burger. I don't know if I'm going to have 3 in a row for a while.
You'll probably see me eat about 10 in a sitting at max.
Oh, in 3 minutes, right? 10 and
Maybe.
maybe.
You have to motivate me to get there.
Oh, we'll motivate you. I'll have the whole Brooks Bandits in, and we'll motivate you. I'll have the whole.
I'll bring
hockey
some
team.
Bomber fans with me.
That's right.
Okay, well,
Thanks, Joey.
thank you, Michael. Thank you, Imogen, Brandon, and Frankie. I got some videos queued up. Are you ready for some videos right now,
Yes.
Frankie? You know what I also got, Frankie? I've been fighting with the bear again around here. I got a bear fighting video for you.
Wait, am I allowed to eat on air?
I mean, if that's how you want to be seen, is
I'm
eating.
eating honey dill potatoes. So I'll just turn my camera off audio for a bit.
Okay, I'm trying to. What am I doing here?
Where's Mark Angles?
I don't know. I do not know. So I'm having some trouble here for a second. You have to just bear with me.
What kind of trouble? Oh,
Did it work?
we've gone. Oh, hold on. There we go.
Did it work? I think it did work. Okay, crazy.
It's live.
Things are being very slow and glitchy and weird, but I guess it's worked. Okay. Go to full screen. So Frankie, this is what I got you for your 45th birthday.
40th.
McDonald.
I fixed the mistake.
Williams Lake, where I got a double rainbow right now. Thunderstorms that I did not think was going to happen today. It's happened. Just had a heavy rainfall, Frankie. Happy birthday, buddy. Hope you like a double rainbow that I got for you for your birthday. Frankie McDonald double rainbow. Happening right now, Williams Lake, British Columbia. Whoa, and a lightning flash for you, Frankie. Check that out. That was friggin' wicked. And way too close for where I'm standing up here. Woo! The Frankie McDonald rainbow that I died to film. Boom. Wow. That's it.
This is Frankie McDonald.
Okay, wait. So you want?
Spanish subtitles. Switch it to Spanish.
I don't know how to switch it to Spanish. I can just turn this
Yeah,
on.
click for settings.
Okay.
Yeah, to
Bear
click
with
settings.
everybody.
Go to settings, and then there should be
To
an
click
option.
subtitles.
There should be an
Spanish.
option for subtitles, and then there's
Okay,
Spanish.
here you go.
Yes.
Frankie in Spanish for everybody.
Yes.
Here we go. Frankie. Well, he's on Spanish, just the words at the bottom.
This is Frankie McDonald. My own team is Asia Live for Sydney, Nova Scotia. Heavy rain is headed towards Santiago, Chile on Tuesday, May 7, 2024. It's going to bring up to 20 to 30 millimeters of rain in Santiago, Chile, and surrounding areas. It's going to bring a lot of rain. Streets, roads, highways, and freeways will be wet in Santiago, Chile, and surrounding areas. It's going to bring a lot of puddles in the streets in Santiago, Chile, and surrounding areas, including a lot of rain is going to fall from the sky in southern Chile as well. I want everyone in Santiago, Chile to be extra prepared. Make sure wear your rain gear, rubbers, raincoat to keep it dry. Don't walk to the puddles. Avoid the puddles when you go for a walk for people living in Santiago, Chile, and surrounding areas, because it's going to bring a lot of rain in Santiago, Chile, and the surrounding areas as well. I want every single person in Santiago, Chile to be prepared for heavy rain starting on Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. It's going to bring a lot of rain in Santiago, Chile, and surrounding areas as well. Don't walk to the puddles. Avoid the puddles when you go for a walk. When you drive the car, don't drive the car to the puddles either as well. Peace way if anybody living in Santiago, Chile, be prepared for heavy rain on Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. Take care, stay safe. And don't get caught in heavy rain. Stay dry, be safe.
There's issues with the audio, Joey.
This is what, yeah. Okay, this is what it's been like for me for a lot of Frankie's videos. I can't hear it. You guys can't hear that either?
No, this time it's actually not coming through on this end either. Usually it's just on your end, but this time it's pretty quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Bizarre.
not working.
as a mouse.
Throw it in post. Splice it in.
But I can't record it either, even in post, because it will record quiet. Because all I can hear from my computer is
Your computer is haunted and it hates you.
so. There's Frankie's
Your
latest
computer.
Frank McDonald Sr.'s latest song. I'm trying my best to do Frankie what he's saying. Latest song, Chasing Rainbows. I can't say it in Spanish. It's his new song. You can find it on Mystic Mist SoundCloud. Chasing Rainbows. Frank McDonald Sr. We love him. We love when he's on the show. He's such a great guy. Frankie loves his dad. That's what he's probably saying right now. If we could hear him, he'd be saying Mystic Mist on SoundCloud. Frank McDonald Sr. Okay, here's me. Sounds like Kenny's found. Get on.
Holy. Is that at your place?
Get on. version. This version has a headline.
It's kind of scaring me a little bit.
Hey,
Keep going. No. Keep going. Keep going. Come on, Kenny. Looks like I made my point for now. I'm too worn down still from the firefighting to do shit like cross creeks.
This will have to be cut because it's cussing, but
Couldn't film that last bit because I was smashing these pans together real hard. But man, shit.
I made
what
him
happens to
shit.
just imagine if the bear was walking around the streets in downtown Vancouver was I mean.
Ah,
Just
Okay,
imagine if the bear was roaming around the streets in Vancouver was I mean.
what do you mean, like on Davie Street, or
What happens if it's somewhere up by the Canucks Arena and roaming around downtown Vancouver, the bear was I mean. They have to get the police will say, remain calm.
I seen bears on Davie Street.
Just imagine if that bear is roaming around in Calgary, what that means the Calgary police will say, remain calm.
They'll say Yahoo!
Just
know,
imagine the bears roaming around
Yeah.
the streets of Vancouver, that means then the police will warn people to stay indoors.
Did you see
What would
Yogi
happen-
Bear? Did you see Yogi Bear out there too?
What would happen, Frankie, if a bear was roaming around McDonald's in Brooks, Alberta?
They have to get the authorities. And animal
That'd be
control.
cool, actually. Everybody would be out wanting to go see the
What-
bear.
What would happen if there was a bear roaming around in downtown Winnipeg? What do you think people would do?
They'd scream at the police will tell people to stay inside.
Or they have a whiteout, right?
Then they have to then the certain parts of the city will be in lockdown.
What would happen if a bear was in Sydney, Nova Scotia, in your house right behind you?
And that means Cape Breton Regional Police would have to deal with that.
Right behind you, Frankie. Look.
I don't see any bears.
That
That
he's
means they
gone
have to get the
now.
police. Then the police will tell people to remain calm and stay indoors.
He's gone now. I scared him. That's what I do, you know. Scaring
Police
bears.
tell people the police will tell people to stay inside.
What would happen if the bear was at the police station? Then what would the police do?
The police will tranquilize them.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, of course.
I honestly think that if it was roaming around in North End, Winnipeg, or downtown, people would probably find a way to scare them off. There are
They
a
have
lot
to
of
get the
scary
animal
people.
control and the
Unfortunately, there's a lot of scary people in
That
downtown
means they have to get the
Winnipeg.
police and the animal control.
What if it was in Antarctica and it was like in Mike Post's house in
Like
Antarctica, in
postal
Science
station, that
House?
means they have to get the military.
Oh boy.
Arctic military or Santa Claus. Santa Claus will
Claus.
probably come down there.
He's from the North Pole, not the South Pole. Imogen, what would happen if there was in Rogers Television Studios in Victoria?
That means they have to call animal control and the police.
Absolutely not. We had just ordered pizza. What else are you gonna do with bears? You're gonna hang out with them. You're gonna play patty cake, and you're gonna high five them because they got those cool little bear hands that are all like puffy looking. They have fuzzy, fluffy little paws.
The correct
That's
answer
why-
is
That's
Hit
why the
record.
dog notifies people when the bear comes. The dog notifies people first.
Ah. So Frankie, what happens if
What happens if
happens
a
if-
bear keeps coming around wells near
They
my
have-
house?
That means that the dog will know it first.
Yeah, then I'll put a chase on him and I'll hit him with a rock.
That's why the dog knows people before the people. Once you hear a dog bark, the bear comes.
Oh yeah.
If you care, scare the bear. That's the real thing that I believe.
And finally, Frankie, what would
Once
happen
you
if
hear a
there's
dog bark, that means the bear comes.
here? That's right. And finally, Frankie, what would happen if there's a bear at the zoo in China? If there's a real bear in there, if there is one,
The bear has to be in the cage.
it's in the cage.
What happened if there was a bear at the Jets game that decides to go inside the Jets?
Then the security
Flex.
guard and the usher and the animal control.
I get the Manitoba Moose mascot, scare him off.
Just imagine if they have a loose bear roaming around the downtown Vancouver. That means they have to. Then the police will take care of him.
Well, in London on April 24th, a bunch of runaway horses were galloping through the city. They were making mayhem and causing injuries. There were 5 military horses. They got spooked during a training exercise, and they took off and they went this ways and that ways, and this skidily, skabomper, kadandally, and kaboobalin, all over this way and now, and several people and horses were treated for injuries. Frankie.
It's confirmed. London Knights 8, Oshawa Generals 1. Oshawa Generals won the game tonight in OHL Championship.
And the Prince George Cougars were beaten out, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the Jets also lost the playoffs. They also
And
got
Drummondville
disqualified.
won tonight.
And finally, scientists have created a perfume that smells like outer space, described as gunpowder, seared steak, raspberries, and rum.
There's no
Ooh,
smell
I
of
would
outer
put that
space.
on in an instant. Probably get girls. I
Not
think
gonna
Joey
lie,
would
that's kinda what
probably
my house
scare
smells
bears
like.
off.
It's kind of a strong smell in my house. I'm making plans right now with one of my buddies to go shooting, so I got a soft spot for the smell of corrosive ammo. And I just cooked a mango cheesecake. White chocolate, black cherry is going in the oven next.
That is awesome.
That is awesome, Emojin.
Yeah. Got some prep going. So
So a 10-foot alligator was trapped at a Florida Air Force base. So, everything happens in Florida, even at the Air Force Base. It was between the tires of a KC-135 aerial refueling aircraft. That's the Boeing 707 variant that refuels airplanes. It's the KC-135 had a alligator, but the alligator was taken into custody. Everything's okay. It's the military, they can handle. So that's when Frankie said, do they call the military if something crazy happens?
the alligator worked there. Why was he taken into custody?
I don't know.
He's
But
filling
this is
the
even
plane.
So there's the big cicada thing that this year there's going to be more cicadas than ever before. And one way that people are dealing with it is a restaurant in New Orleans. It's feeding people cicadas,
Yes.
cinnamon bug crunch,
Yes.
chili fried waxworms, Bug Appetit Cafe. The place is called. So just so you know, if you're ever in New Orleans, don't go to Bug Appetit. They actually serve friggin' bugs to people. My
Did you know,
God!
fun fact,
That
Fun
is
fact.
gross.
Shut these people
Brandon
down.
Hauk has actually eaten 3 scorpions before. Did you know that?
You do realize they're poisonous, right?
I've
Not all
eaten them, and I'm still
scorpions.
here talking to you. So,
Well, in survival instructor's course, I ate worms and I ate all kinds of bizarre things, grasshoppers. But that's a 6-day solo in the bush. Of course, you're going to eat some worms. But this is people paying money to eat bugs. I mean,
I know, I did. I ate them on a pizza.
you paid
So,
well.
just
Scorpions,
gonna-
a scorpion's legally a bug, but it's not like.
They're an arachnid. Now this is a scorpion candy. This
Ooh.
is scorpion sucker, strawberry flavor. It's a spicy strawberry flavor, and that is a tiny little scorpion in there. And this little guy, the stinger on him is empty, so you're not going to get, if you poke yourself in the mouth with, you get to that point and you get that little poke, you're not going to get hurt by it. But the general rule of thumb is that these little guys, when they have tiny, tiny little pincers, Their venom is pretty wild. It's pretty toxic, and it'll just take you right down. The big boys with the big lobster claws. Oh yeah, it's like a bee sting. Yeah, so Bug Cafe isn't the only one feeding people bugs. I am happy to share my insect candy with anyone.
This is how cruel humanity is. This is like, so, we think of a scorpion as some awful, scary, bug thing, but it's like,
wonderful.
imagine being a scorpion and you're like, another scorpion's telling you, like, you hear about Bob? The humans friggin' froze him in candy.
And then they ate him.
Reminds me, I'm gonna be a little bit NSW here. Reminds me of the movie Sausage Party, where all the people, they get scared when people start eating them. I just had to throw that out.
What movie?
Sausage Party, where they get terrified when
movie.
people start eating all the food in the supermarket,
that one.
taking them home.
Terrible movie.
Frankie, what would happen if zebras escaped from Seattle and ran around the Cascade Mountains for days?
They had to get the police to deal with them.
Yeah, they had this actually did happen on May 4th.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, zebras running
The police
around.
had to tell people to remain calm and stay indoors.
Tell people
I
don't
forgot
ride the
to mention-
zebras. Don't shoot the zebras because it's America. People are probably thinking about shooting them.
That the police would tell people to remain calm.
And don't shoot the police, they said too, because it's America. Don't shoot the zebras or the police, they probably said. And there was snakes discovered on a plane. Did you hear about this, guys? This
yes,
is in
I've heard
Florida
about this.
again. Everything happens in Florida because
travel.
it must be the worst place in the world. I don't know. Like, why does everything happen there? A slithering surprise was found. A bag of snakes. April 26th. It was hidden in a guy's trousers. He's already.
Yes, I've heard about that.
He's got trouser
Snakes in his
snakes.
Pants.
Trouser snakes in Florida. Trousers. Okay.
I forgot to mention that my camp counselor, when I was little at a Bible camp, he ate a caterpillar. And I thought that was vicious.
Just one more reason I recommend to not go to Bible camp.
Oh, come on. If caterpillars is like the worst part of your experience, it's a pretty good place to be.
It probably wasn't. Okay.
They're juicy. They got a little bit of crunch, a little bit of fuzz. The texture experience alone. Now, I'm not going to say I've eaten a caterpillar because I haven't ever on purpose, but but if you're feeling adventurous and you want to try it, there's something.
Frankie, what would you do if cicadas were overrunning your town in South Carolina? Would you call the police?
You had to call the police to deal with them.
You call the police because there's too many cicadas. That's what people in South Carolina were doing. They were calling the police because the cicadas were too noisy.
Like the animals.
And what are the cops going to do? Arrest the bugs?
You have to get to some kind of team to spray to them to kill them.
Like go and taser them?
Taser the bugs.
Orton, called the
He is a bug
Orton Man.
zapper.
The things that Karen's called the police over cicadas. That if you were in New Orleans, you would just eat them, and then they'd be gone eventually.
Why do you assume it's a group of Karens who called the police? I would think that it was intoxicated frat boys who are confused and concerned about an alien invasion, not knowing the sound and freaking out. A possible soon-to-be Darwin Award recipient or nominee, at least.
Well, maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's possible, but we all know it was Karen's.
No, you assume it was Karens.
We all know.
Middle-aged ladies.
There's no
with bad
debate.
haircuts. There is so many,
No,
and given the location, good chance that they were intoxicated and not knowing what's going on and exhausted. Maybe they tried to fight a few of them. Who knows?
Hey, dude, where's my car?
I mean, no serious person thinks it's anything but Karen's. Okay.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Darwin Award recipients come in all forms. If you're calling the police over bugs, you're probably feeling a little overwhelmed mentally. Exhaustion.
That's a good
too long
take.
away from home.
Apparently, the alligators in the sewer myth is true. Just so you know.
Oh yeah.
So you're saying there could be alligators running around in the sewer system in any city in the world, basically, is what you're
So
saying.
question.
Well,
Would
Florida,
there
at
be-
least in Florida, they're in the sewers there. I don't know if they are all over the place. I'm not sure if it's everywhere in every city in the world, but probably in your neighborhood in Winnipeg, most
Maybe.
likely.
But
Reminds
probably
me that
more likely it would be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Well, that is the natural
You
enemy
know,
of
those
the sewer
guys.
gators.
reminds me of the slime from the Ghostbusters movies, where all the slime was underneath the sewer system and the pipes.
Frankie, what would you do if it was almost the end of the show and we had like 5 minutes to go?
That means I need your hear about this. That's Antarctica will be dark for 24 hours a day soon. On May 12th, according to my post.
Someone did tell me that earlier tonight.
If you want to follow me on social media, my blue sky is at Frankie MacD. My link tree is Frankie McDonald. My Twitter is at Frankie MacD. My Facebook is Frankie McDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD984. My TikTok is FrankDonald984. My Clapper is FrankDonald984. My Twitch is FrankDonald984. My Snapchat is Frankie MECDON. My YouTube channel is Dog. My LinkedIn is Frankie Dog. Best luck, I'm Frankie Dog. I'm Frankie Dog. You're listening to Comedeological Weather Report every Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Atlantic.
That's right. And that's Frankie's not 45 years old. I'm 45 years old. And I keep just saying, I just think everybody else must be 45 if I'm 45. But no, I'm sorry for saying you're 45, Frankie. Clearly you're not 45. Clearly you're a beautiful 40. Look at you. Good, Frankie. So I'm Joey Only up here in the Caribbean Mountains, Wells, British Columbia,
And
where, we're very close to Barkerville. Don't go there, though. I'm still mad at them. I'm still banned from Barkerville. That's for another episode. And we had associate producer down there in Victoria, Image Cookie Bailey, show up. Good to see you again. Brandon Hauk, the radio weatherman over there in Brooks, Alberta. Thank you for hosting the show while I was gone. And I know, sorry we didn't get the radio episodes to you, CKW.
I didn't know. Gary and Dino show is still in Glendale, Arizona.
Gary and Dino are still in Glendale, Arizona. I like those guys. They're funnier and more popular than us, and I look up to them.
Brandon,
Of course.
one day you'll be heading to Gary and Dino show Springbok event one day, Brandon.
And we also have Mike McGregor from Weather Center, Manitoba.
And you can catch me on CKUW on Tuesdays at 9 to 10:30 p.m.
And the star of the show, his name was Frankie McDonald. And he was really great tonight. Frankie, you were really great.
I'm tired.
Hey, Brandon, one day you'll be going down Las Vegas for Gary Dino show Springbok event.
Yes. I want to go to Vegas one day. And then I may never come back. I don't know.
Gary Dino show Springbok event.
What happens at the Springbrook event?
What happens there stays there, That's the saying.
Well,
whatever happens in
Strip,
Vegas
it's
stays in
very
Vegas.
much just a small town in a sprawling area. On Strip is tourist-friendly kookiness.
I would never go to Las Vegas, I don't think. It just seems like my idea of hell on earth.
Phoenix is similar, but they got.
Mike Post, he's onto something. I could probably handle some Antarctica.
Yeah,
that's more my style.
Especially
when there's not many
80.
people there.
And when it gets to minus 80, you just step outside for 2 seconds and feels
and
great.
There's no
right?
laws there, so if the people who are around you are bad, you can. Well, that's pretty much the show for this week, anyways.
And
that's
they
the show.
They just report that to the local country authorities.
So you're hearing us on CFUR 88.7, CKW 95.9, CFBX 92.5, and thank you, Rogers Television, for having us once again. I think that's the show, everybody. Frankie's not the show. That's the show?
Yes.
Seems like it might be the show.
That's the show.
Okay, I think Brandon, that's the show, buddy.
That's not the show. No, we're
yes,
gonna go for another hour.
That's the show.
It's over. I mean, we could talk a little longer after the show. still in the live stream. You can always tune into the live stream. Joey only Caribbean Weather Dude Thursdays at 7 Pacific.
p.m.
7
Pacific,
I
5 p.m. Lady.
seriously, guys, did I do well tonight by not interrupting? I'm working on that, reducing that.
You did pretty good, but that's the show. We can't talk about it right now. Okay.
I need to drink coffee more often.
That's the show. I'm trying to stop. There we go.
Roll credits.
The show stopped. Now we're still live streaming, but
Oh, good God. Brandon, I just sent you the cleaned up version of Friday Night Trivia from last week. Since we didn't actually stream last week, I pulled one of the unused ones.
Oh,
and
yeah?
edited the fuck out of it because all of the background was copyright, so I had to go through segment by segment and clean it all up.
Oh, yes.
Oh
The
yeah.
Good circus one.
Yep. I fucking love my edit software. That shit is brilliant. Worth it. So worth it.
Oh, that's fun.
It took a while, but I wanted to make sure that we had a fucking episode on the air, and that one was solid, and it had the pilot intro. So yeah.
Well, at least I understand copyright laws more now.
It's really picky.
Yeah.
Like really picky.
Oh, I probably am dancing in the radio station, aren't I, in that one? Probably.
Yeah, CKW had dead air for like 6 hours. I don't know if I told you guys about that, but that was
Oh,
ridiculous.
somebody forgot to put it on manual or take it off manual.
Awesome.
What is that, Joey? Is that dog food?
Oh, it's chips.
no, I don't eat dog food
Yeah, you
I
did.
accidentally ate dog
anymore.
food
I
once.
stopped eating dog food
My parents usually buy like dog treats.
when I
and
was
they have
6. I stopped eating dog food.
You're 6.
I just get a kick out of
When I was
No.
6, I stopped eating
people.
snow.
Just because the dog ate it doesn't make it dog food. If I ate it first and then give some to the dog, that's still human food.
Even if it does say milk bone on it, it's just a
So if I
cookie.
give some of this to the dog, it's not dog food. Because I don't eat dog food. Never.
But you
not
could.
since I was 6.
You're allowed to. We're just saying, it's your choice.
I'm gonna
No.
throw some squid rings in the oven.
So now
Not
when you were
nearly as
6,
When
Yeah.
we're done talking,
Frozen.
I can have some squid rings.
so Joey, when you were 6 and you ate dog food, did you kneel down on the floor and have the bowl on the floor and chow down just like that?
Well,
Sounds
It's a
like you've
doggy
tried this
style.
before, Brandon.
No, I have not.
What would give you that idea?
Well, you said last time when you were 6.
Experience?
Experience.
I think at some point every child wants to have dinner with their dog and will get down on the floor with the pet. Like
That's right.
this is their
I
animal
was-
companion. This is
I was
what
that
we do.
kid.
Yeah. I still sit on the floor and have dinner with Morbo. I don't eat out his bowl, but he has his own dishes, he has his own cutlery. I have living room campouts with him sometimes. Like I'll set up his little couch with a little sleeping bag for him. I'll sleep on the couch and then I'll turn all the lights off and light some like candles and things and read him stories. Like living
Oh,
room
that's
camping.
awesome.
Well, it's
The
not
guy
nearly
loves
as bad as me going to my parents' place and assuming they got treats for us on the table. It was a dog treat that I ate. It was labeled cheese food, cheese flavored snacks. And I thought, what
Sounds
is
like
this?
Yeah,
Dog
sounds
treat.
like food.
I had you pegged. In fact, I'm sure even Imogen's eaten dog food.
Oh, who hasn't, man? At some point, you want to try the snacks. You see your dog going crazy for it, and you go, you know what? It can't be that bad. I'm gonna try it.
A lot of
Well-
the times, the stuff for feeding the dog is better than what people are eating. I mean, Brandon's a good example. The guy's tried to eat 5 cheeseburgers in 3 minutes. I wouldn't feed my dog cheeseburgers. That's not true. I did feed my dog a cheeseburger.
So when I was about 18, my girlfriend at the time was pregnant and having the most insane cravings all over the place, and then just getting really angry about stuff. So it was weird. The pregnancy hormones, I'd never really seen it at like that level. Very entertaining. Regardless, one day she decides that she has a craving for some really specific MIT item. It was just something that you could order off menu or customize, and she was insistent that it was like the greatest thing ever. So, being a bunch of 18-year-olds, we all go piling down to McDick's, and I have the smart ass idea that, I had never had a Big Mac. This might have been the only time I've ever eaten a Big Mac, but I go, okay, because one of the guys wants a big fucking Mac. And I'm like, I've never had one. It sounds reprehensible, so let's do it. So we'll order Big Macs, and the idea is we're gonna have Big Mac races. We put our stupid little Big Macs on the table, and we're going to eat it hands-free like the Mighty Pie eating contest.
Oops.
But here we are racing our way to the bottom of the fucking Big Mac while this
Sorry.
really angry, very pregnant girl is glaring daggers at us and calling us all immature as we're snortling our way and blowing the bubbles of the sauce out of our nose because our snouts are full as we hands-free jam our face in this little paper bucket. I did not win, but I did very well.
Wow. Maybe next
Big
year I'll
Mac
do
races,
Big
man.
Macs.
It's a thing. When you make it a thing.
I did actually post the video in the chat there. I'll put it in the other chat too. Of the
Brandon, what do you think about the tornado outbreak that happened last couple weeks, nonstop tornadoes?
It's been, yeah, that's the other weather story. Yeah, it's been crazy tornadoes. And today was a little quieter, actually, quietest day we've had in a while. There's still storms,
Yes.
but not as like boom, 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 boom. Significant tornado on the ground. Here we go. Oh yeah. So today was actually, yeah, we didn't have a PDS tornado for the first time in a couple days. So
Gasp.
that's been all right. So I'm gonna post this back in
Before I
the
leave,
green. I'm gonna
guys,
post the
I wanted to really appreciate this, having this opportunity. I hope I did well without interrupting.
Very good, man.
post
Got
this
some
in the-
storms going on, but like you say, nothing really crazy happening, eh?
Just some big hailers in Texas. I guess there's some baseball sized hail, but
Smash Bros.
That's Louisiana right there, which is pretty close to this place where they fucking eat bugs.
Places eat bugs.
Remind me to put that in my bucket list.
Eat bugs?
eating bugs.
Yeah.
Tornado bugs.
Yeah,
Scorpion
good old bugs.
flavor.
My video is loading. So
Right,
should
I
be-
got-
Apparently you can order candies off Amazon, so I'm sure they probably have bug candies on Amazon.
Oh, inevitably. Enjoy.
joy.
I just can't think of any reason to enjoy it. It's like I'm not short on food enough to like go and enjoy a bug.
I'm gonna head off, guys.
Well, good night, Mike. And
Good
I think
night.
I might
Pretty
see some
soon I'm gonna
storms
be-
on Saturday. Had to look at the HRR model. A lot of them are gonna probably be moving up from Lake Manitoba. Lake Winnipegosa is moving southeast.
Yeah, I'll have to watch those storms for the weekend. Early next week. Oh, there's my video up there. In the other chat there.
I'll try and have some coffee next week, so I'm a bit more on tabs of things. I'm getting used to this. Joey being back and everything.
Oh yeah.
There I go. Sorry, I'm not very good at this, so it took me a while to get it right. There. Okay, back. Yes, so I got my dog food. Squid rings are almost ready, and I can't wait. Can't wait to eat something. You know me, I can never really eat before a show. It's how I've been since. Brandon sent us the video of him eating the cheeseburger. It's good, so I can put that in the final cut.
So I know I posted it before, but it's pretty far back in the.
Oh, wait a second here. We gotta.
I might
look
put
at
on
this
some
thing.
makeup. I might put on some makeup for the next show just to look funny.
Put on the makeup.
Like I'm talking like lipstick, eyebrow liner, some rosy cheek stuff.
For a wonderful
All right, there we go.
activity, the hamburger eating contest. You've got 5.
Look at that guy. He's eating a few hamburgers.
Cheeseburgers in front of you. Now the first one to eat all 5 wins, or whoever eats the most burgers under 3 minutes.
You can't compete with
It's either or.
16-year-olds.
Whoever finishes first, or whoever finishes the
fucking
most under
voracious,
3
man.
minutes. We're gonna get the stop timer going in the back here, back of the scene, start timer, and I'm gonna count.
I found myself
from 5
eating
all the
more
way down to
food
0.
This
And
fire
that will
deployment
be
that
what
I'm
the
used to all
king
winter. It was
of the
like,
match is. Are you ready?
finally hungry. I'm like, so I'm old now. I don't get hungry.
Okay. 5,
Did you have to pay for the burgers?
No.
1.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's a good deal.
Cheeseburgers.
I just like eat one and then pocket the rest.
Oh,
Like
you
kids.
got, you got the double whammy.
Who are these guys?
Pretty darn good.
One guy works at McDonald's, the other guy's my coworker. And then the 2 Brooks bandits there.
They're not very fucking good at this. Look at them. They're getting their asses kicked by these bandits.
I know.
Welcome to the Brooks McDonald's mukbang.
He's like gonna throw up. Trying to swallow it. He's like doing the snake.
Yeah. I'm on my second burger now, yeah. I got through the first one pretty quickly, then I slowed down.
Brandon's on his second cheeseburger.
Brandon's on his second cheeseburger.
We've got a few hitting their third.
Wow, those kids. He's like checking. It's like cheating. You know, he's like checking your homework there. Seeing if you got the right answer. The right answer is only 1 burger so far. This guy's just giving up.
Yeah.
He's like, that's how your grandmother eats a hamburger. What do they have on it? Just like pickles?
Pickles, there's cheese, yeah.
Oh, cheese
Fun.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute. I swear.
Last place.
You're getting in number 3 now?
Yeah, going in number 3.
Clearly you're not. These guys are. Oh wait, no. He's like, how many's he got down?
Oh, 4th or 5th one.
Wash it down with some water, Sawyer.
Man, you poor guys. I'm so hungry right now. I'd do that.
Yeah.
Chris lost his bet.
I know you are.
10 seconds.
Oh no. We're not good at MMO.
Hurry up, you gotta know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
But he's trying to stuff the last
Hands in the
mouthful.
Cheeseburger 3. Let's go ahead and bring in
Cheeseburger cheating.
Judge Michelle and Judge Jordan. Please come in and inspect the contestants.
All right, we've got one left, 1.5 here. Well, 2. Wow. Wow. What was the trick? Leave the pickles behind, dude. That seems like 2 1/4 here. 1 3/4. 1.5, call it.
Guys like the burger police.
And 2
Yeah.
That's not enough burgers.
He's the owner of McDonald's. Yeah.
Oh, McDonald?
Of the McDonald's in Brooks, yeah. Yeah, he won
Right
that.
on number 9.
Number 9.
Brooks
Logan
Alberta.
Sawyer.
I would suggest you do that again. You're an athlete. You have so much to live for.
I did good at the hockey after we all ran outside to play hockey after that.
Well, it's been good to see you, man. That was fun tonight.
Good to see you. Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna eat my squid
Gotta
rings.
go to
I'm
bed,
probably
so I
gonna make a
gotta
burger
pee.
of my own.
I got to be at Griffin Park School tomorrow to do some presentations. It's gonna be fun.
How do you find? Does my image look like the quality of the video itself? I mean,
On
look
mine, it
more
looks
high definition.
fine. Looks fine on my side.
Yeah, like it looks actually HD to you because it looks actually HD to me. I'm not used to seeing that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can see the little. I see a little cotton on your toque there. Yeah.
You can see the crow's feet around my eyes. So yeah, I used OBS Studio and used its camera instead of the Zoom camera
Okay. Yeah.
and put it into Zoom. I don't know how to explain that, but it's an option in your video options if you have OBS.
OBS.
So I tried it. Yeah, OBS. It's like a free streaming / software.
Okay.
Basically, it's real simple. I don't know if I can't actually. Well, wait here. I know what I can do. I can actually show you what it looks like. So that's what it looks like. So you got some mixers. You can choose between your scenes.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. See. So just because it kind of gives you an idea of what I was using here that allowed me to have a little more control, but also better quality image.
Yeah.
The virtual camera. So it's something to think about.
All right.
For all of our shows that we're doing, right?
Yeah.
How to get that better high def because all my image always looked like crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, it always looked like 720p or whatever. It never looked good. And this allows you to have some of that control that you. So I don't know, you probably don't use Zoom for your other thing, do you?
Oh no, we're on StreamYard. I have a lot of control on that one. Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah. It's expensive though.
Actually, mine's free, but for what I'm doing.
But then you only get 720p.
Yeah, then I'd get less, but I still.
So I'm like on the quest for a high def image.
Oh yeah.
But okay, anyways, I don't think anyone's even watching. So, but bye to everybody who's not watching. Bye to you, Brandon. Good to see you, buddy. Have a good weekend, man.
You too.
Okay.